Love and Truth Diary.
I come from the northern part of Nigeria. Women are not considered people. We're considered property. We're not supposed to have a voice. We're not supposed to have an opinion. We're not supposed to know anything. All we're good for is cooking and giving birth to babies. So one man will marry 6 women and father 38 children. We're part of a harem. We don't have an identity. We're number. Wife number 2. Wife number 6. Wife number 27. That's what we are. And that's where I come from. Now, the culture was my first problem. One day I went to the motor park. You know, in Nigeria, if you get to the motor park early, you put your bag where you want. That's your seat, Abi, because you got there first. I got to the motor park, put my bag. One man came with his babariga, removed my bag and sat down. I said, there's no need to fight yet because motor never full. Because some of you don't know when to pick your battles. Every small thing, wah! So when there is serious battle, nobody takes you seriously. I said, there's no need to fight yet. The motor is not full. When the car was full, I came to enter. He came and said, enter. I said, no, you met my bag here. This is my seat. And he made a statement to me. Mache abaya teki. I can't describe what that thing means. I can't translate it directly. But what he said is a woman's place in life is behind. Hey! Some nuts just loose from my head. I said, don't bring that evil near me. I came here first, I will sit here. So the man raised his voice. And all the Hausa men in the motor park came. How can you tell a man to sit in the middle? I said, I will sit on this seat. They were overpowering me. I just noticed that there were some Yoruba men in the motor park. Also drivers. I started shouting, Egba mio. So the Yoruba men came and said, what happened? What is happened? What is happened? I said, I came here first. They said, she has to sit where she shoes. She has to sit where she shoes. So the Pharisees and the Sadducees started fighting. I sat where I wanted. People of God, you have to decide who you are going to be. You can either be a number or you can stand out. A number or a digit. My mom was having many girls and my father began to complain. My first sense of self was, what does a man do with female children? That's what my father was saying. And I began to look at myself as defective because I'm female. Something said to me, there's something wrong with being a woman. And my sense of self dropped because the one who should have built it up was the one that knocked it out of me. And then my third problem, so tradition, my father, my third problem was my voice. Up to a few weeks ago, somebody called my phone. Hello, ma. And good morning. I said, good morning. He said, please, sir, can I speak to your wife? Because my voice is big.
They never put you for fire.
I said, who do you want to speak with? Say, Reverend Christy. I said, I'm the one on the line. No, sir, please don't be angry. Your wife. So I have to now say, hello. And I say, oh, Reverend Christy, good morning. My voice, they abused this voice. They mocked this voice. They cursed me with this voice. I hid because of my voice. I became quiet by constraint, not by nature. Because I hated them laughing at my voice. But guess what? I didn't know that just like the enemy suspected that Moses was the deliverer, so he set up Pharaoh to kill all the boys. Just like the enemy knew that Jesus was the savior, so he set up Herod to kill all the boys. The devil attempted to shut down my voice because it is my voice that has taken me to the nations of the earth. Listen to me. I don't know what they have told you is bad about you. I don't know what they said is the defect in your body. I don't know what they said is the drawback that you have. My God specializes in taking the foolish things of the earth and confounding the wise with it. God took my voice and he decided to make it an object of praise. My father heard me sing for the first time on my wedding day. I saw my father's face like this. After the wedding, he came and said, Christy, I know your voice. What happened to it? I said, God happened to it. Allow God to happen to your situation. Come up higher is not a call to punish you. It's a call to showcase you.